We went to Milsim West The Raid, but my squad had to drop out because of some mistakes that were made. The following video is actually 2 videos that I put together on how to prepare for Milsim West and combat the mistakes that were made. So I hope this is informative for you, and there's a fun little segment where I kind of reenact some of the fights that were missed for you all, so stay tuned for that. I'll have timestamps in the description because it's going to be a longer one. So if you came for some epic gameplay, this isn't that video, but if you want to help fight that bad YouTube algorithm, just leave the video running in the background and listen to it, because you might pick up a thing or two from the lessons we learned. Onward to the video. Let me start off. This setup is not to flex.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
I 100% guarantee you I will get out flexed on by other people at Milsim West, but it's a pretty good setup. So let's see what I'm bringing to Milsim West The Raid. Starting off, it's going to be colder than my ex-wife when she took the kids. Please let me see them. I miss them. So I'm busting out the thermals as my base layer. And no, I will not be trying these on for you, perverts. Next up, for my combat pants, they are some multicam pants that I got from somewhere, but I did put in some Precision AeroFlex Impact Combat knee pads. The pants themselves have multiple levels of adjustments, so I can get them fitting nice and snugly over my extremely muscular calves. Next up, we have my UF Pro combat top. This one's quite expensive, but it's definitely worth it. I love it. It has some extra padding around the love handles, so the battle belt is not riding you and gripping into your waist. The main body of it is a nice stretchy dry fit material that helps fight off the sweat, and throughout the sleeves we have these little ported venti meshes that helps make it a little more breathable. And my favorite feature, at the top we have extra padding so that your plate carrier is not digging into your shoulders, because after wearing that for a long time you're gonna hate yourself and you don't want to wear it anymore. But this kind of helps. Up next is another fairly expensive piece of kit, which is the Victos Farthermost Multicam Combat Jacket. This thing is a lifesaver. I absolutely love it. Super warm, and it has these 4 mag pouches up in the front, which, as you can see here, I will be keeping my mags in whenever we are patrolling and I don't feel the need to put on my full plate carrier. It also has a zipper that runs down the side that allows me to access my battle belt even with the jacket on, and pockets on the sleeves, which I'm keeping some tourniquets in. Next, we have my Belleville boots. These things are also very awesome. They are waterproof, has a nice zipper for easy access to my toesies whenever my socks get a little wet, and that cool Adidas kind of like bead foam material for the bottom, so that they are very comfortable when using for a long time. Here is the kit fully on. Look at that handsome devil showing off that, man, he should really be a model. You know you love it. And with just this on, I can already feel myself fighting off the cold way better than I fought my ex-wife in the battle for custody. Please let me see the kids. I don't have a problem. I can spend money on the family and not just airsoft. I promise. Up next, we have my battle belt. This was a nice Amazon find. I kind of forget what company sells this, but we have a lot of things on it. We have my IFAC, some Scorpion mag pouches. Underneath one of them is my dump pouch, and on the sides we got some pistol pouches. And we have a nice Safariland holster that I then took a Dremel to because I prioritized the comp on my pistol rather than the expensive Safariland holster. This attaches with an underneath Velcro belt, and I absolutely love the Velcro systems because it helps keep your battle belt in place. Up next, we have my plate carrier. This is the Tactical Armament plate carrier with the ACETAC Skeleton Admin placard. Say that 10 times fast. And inside is the ACETAC mag holders for 308 style mags, which I will be using with the Toxicant XM5. On the front, we have my 511 tactical winter gloves, and at the top there we have a little phone holder that I use to hold maps, because if you ever want to give your position away faster than the ex-wife moves on to a new man who now the kids call father, leave your phone in there and have someone look at you with night vision. On the back, we have the Faro Concepts back panel with the Faro Concepts water panel zipped together, and inside that we have my e-tool, because they are literally going to have us digging trenches. Why did I do this to myself? On the sides, we have more mags because these things only hold 28 rounds, and I want my rounds. In the front FUPA pouch, we have some extra batteries for the GoPro and my spare placard for 5.56 style magazines, because I hate myself and I'm running 2 different airsoft replicas. And in the front admin panel, we have some spare batteries for lights and lasers, and my multi-tool for if something were to go down. Moving on to the helmet, it is a PTS MTech Flux helmet with a Amazon Wilcox mount. This thing is actually pretty good, back when you can actually find some good knockoff stuff on Amazon. The sides are ear mores for my hearing protection with the M-LOK rail adapters on them. On the top we have the beacon light, on the side we have the Next Torch R-Star, and in the back is another Amazon find. I decided to lighten up my helmet because dual tubes will do that to you, and went with a sleeker battery holder. And on the top is my GoPro mount. Got me looking like an anglerfish with this thing, also found on Amazon. This helmet has served me well. Haven't really found an airsoft repro of a helmet that is this good. Only thing it needs is a new strap because I broke mine. Oh look, it's that handsome guy again. Look how handsome he is. Super handsome. Moving on to what's inside the ruck, we have my poncho for if it rains, but actually it's gonna snow because it's gonna be 19 degrees at night and 30 degrees during the day. God, I hate my life choices. It folds out from the little storage bag in there, but I think it'd just be best if I show you me wearing it. I know it's super wrinkly, but that'll buff out at some point. Next up, because we're not going to have a dedicated sleep cycle, I am just bringing my Helicon Tech Swagman roll. Again, I'll just put it on rather than trying to show it to you here. It does also double as a warm weather sleeping bag, but I'm just going to use it as a whoopee. It has some nice clips on the side that turns it into a pretty usable poncho also. Fun fact, I actually don't know how, but I found myself collecting a bunch of ponchos, and yeah, here's my coolest one for all you tech wear guys. It may look like a fanny pack, but with 2 quick pulls of this tabs, it becomes my anti-woman device. Stay away from me. I'm a taken man. I don't want you anywhere near me. Up next, we have green gas, a spare shirt, underwear, and socks, nicely packed in a Ziploc bag to waterproof them. Some Mountain House meals, chicken and rice is goated, and my Jetboil to cook said chicken and rice. It's not shown here, but inside I like to keep some seasoning packets and some instant coffee for those morning groggy times. Moving on to the fun stuff, we have the R&V 31S's as my night vision unit, nicely placed with some Cold Harbor Supply irises and chads, and next to it in its packaging is the Grek X NVG recorder, some spare chads in case one gets shot out somehow, and a battery to power the device. Up next, we have a tease of a new device, full video coming soon. This is the HRS-33 thermal clip-on. Wasn't able to get a rifle set up in time to use this device, so we're going to be using it as a handheld thermal monocular for this event. Here we have my Mesh Face Pro. This is the Ghost MB Tactical Ghost Mesh Mask with some paracord on the sides to hold onto my ears, and my Oakley Mframes. And finally, for my nighttime setup, we're doing dual Toxicant models. We're using the Toxicant MCX setup for nighttime with our Hollow Sun up top, another Engol, another Surefire Vampire, Unity pressure switch, a grip that I just kind of cut to fit my hand better, and the Strike Industries dual folding stock. That concludes what I brought to Milsim West, and now I'm just going to let some footage play in the background while I explain what happened to my buddies and how you can combat having this happen to yourself and how to prepare the best possible way. First up is the amount of rucking you're going to have to do. As shown in this clip, we walked about 2 miles in the snow to our campsite, and our first member, he drastically overpacked his ruck, and that severely weighed him down and made him tired right at the get-go. So please make sure you pack what you need and put your ruck on and walk around for a while with it on. Get used to the weight, realize if it's either too heavy or it could be too light, and you say, I can add a little more stuff to help with my sustainment. Get the ruck down because it's going to kill you if you don't, and you're going to be absolutely hating your life. Next up is knowing the environment you're going to be in. It was actually pretty surprising that we got snow in North Carolina. It's a little hit or miss here, but because of the snow, the other member, his boots were not waterproof, so he had a terrible time with his feet getting wet and remaining cold. So make sure you understand where you're going. I highly recommend just waterproof boots in general. Waterproof boots are great. You never know when you're going to experience water. And with this member, he could not get his feet dry, going through multiple pairs of socks, putting on so many hot toes and hot hands on his feet, but nothing would help. So that's what knocked him out. And my last tip is find some morale boosts. For us, it was the Mountain House meals. Bringing the jet boil and being able to heat up a nice hot meal while we were working literally just breathed life back into all of us for a short time period. I know it's tempting to do like the full military experience and eat your MREs and everything. Those taste terrible. Mountain House meals were clutch this event, and just having the jet boil, it was a little extra weight for me, but it was 100% worth it, because just having that nice hot meal midday was perfect for us. With those out of the way, I'll let the gameplay continue and just show some highlights of what we did. Sadly, because we left early, we missed some of the big fights. We literally were leaving right as a massive fight broke down, and during the night portion, this was a mistake on my end. My NVG recorder can record up to 8 hours. Doesn't mean the SD card can hold that much footage, so I needed to bring more SD cards. But we'll have some nighttime gameplay showing off the Rick's RNV 31Ss, and we'll have some fun little shenanigans while we're building our base.
I'm picking up sticks and the sticks because we in the thick of it. Say hello to the camera, Isaac.
Hi.
This clip was right after we finished our 2-mile ruck. As you can see, Isaac was not having it, and I was trying to keep my sanity by talking to myself. Fast forwarding a little bit, I let Isaac start gathering sticks for our little ranger bunker, while Jacob and I started digging the hole that we'll be sleeping in. With hindsight kicking in, our location was absolutely trashed. There were so many roots. These roots were massive, and it made digging this hole a living hell. But we got it done a little bit.
Dig a hole soon.
Here, watch out real quick, Jacob.
Yeah. Oh, word.
Jet Will came in clutch. But our foxhole's coming in clutcher.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there we go. There you go, Ken. Just one.
Again, when I was talking about morale boosts, this was absolutely clutch. Like I said, just having a little fun here, you know, giving you guys a little taste of the good life. And as you can see, we have the basic design of where we're going to be staying at for what we thought was 24 hours, but it turned out to be not, but that's okay.
Yeah. You guys, he just me.
Just made the entire camp freak out.
Everyone wanted to shoot somebody.
Everybody was ready to shoot somebody.
Oh no.
That's rough, man. I'm sorry.
Here we got some more progress done on our foxhole, and someone's gun actually malfunctioned and started just firing off rounds, so everyone got their gear together real quick, but it was a false alarm and sadly no action. And now our squad moves over to the LPOP. That stands for Lookout Post Observation Post. It's where we set up a little away from camp to observe any incoming flanks or anything like that. Keeping an eye out on those good old Russians to see if they're up to their shenanigans. I want to give a shout out to our squad lead. I don't remember your name, so please, if you do see this video, leave a comment in the description so I could properly shout you out. We were 2nd platoon, 1st squad. He gave me some crazy military terms and terminology and theory, tactics, things like that, and it was actually very helpful, and he was honestly like clutch this entire event. He was a very chill guy. Cue the chill guy meme somewhere here. And deep down on the inside, I feel like I have failed you because we ended up leaving. So I just want to formally apologize because it was so awesome playing with you, and I would love to do it again.
This is the LPOP. We have movement across the lake, unknown amount and unknown uniform.
That's a good copy. Let me know if you can get a PID.
What do you say? Solid copy, will do.
And this is just me feeling like a badass, being able to call in. We spot what turns out to actually be some Russians across the lake, and we're trying to scout out what uniform they are as per the request. Later to find out that a closer squad did see them, and they are the one who intercepted the contact. So again, no action.
Not far right. They're across the lake, moving left to right.
Directly across the water. Hearing protection.
3 dudes chilling in a foxhole, but to nut because we are.
Whoa, how did that make it in there? Nothing to see there, nothing to see. We actually get pulled back from the LPOP because of what we heard, and we ended up just sitting for the foreseeable future until nighttime when we start our night raid. The night raid was actually more eventful than the daytime, but this is my big mistake. My SD card ended up running out of storage, so it's a lot of just patrolling, but the footage looks actually amazing. So I'm just gonna play it while I talk over what happened and what awesomeness we all missed. So we started off patrolling through the woods. We had intel that there was a drop that we could go and intercept. So we were going to look for that, but we ended up getting a little lost. The guide that was taking us got turned around, so we started waiting for him, and we started following his directions to the intel. We were trying to stay covert while we looked, so we were weaving in and out trying to dodge some sneaky Russians on the way there, and that ended up taking at least an hour. It ultimately amounted to nothing, but we started hearing some gunfire, and our goat of a squad lead was like, you know what, why don't we just rush the gunfire and get some action finally. We all agreed because, you know, we are hungry for that airsoft warfare combat, and snuck up right next to them. We were just separated by a tall pile of brush and sticks between the two of us. It was kind of like, I would describe the brush as like cattail, but super tall. You couldn't see through it. And it was this intense moment of us listening for their footsteps. Their footsteps kept getting closer. They were listening for us. It was kind of like a stalemate, which then culminated into us throwing grenades over the brush. Russians yelling, contact, contact. Our squad leader saying, bound back to the trees. We were back there. Gunfire was going off like pew, 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 pow, 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 pow. Grenades were going off left and right. People were getting down. They started screaming, ah, ah. I hid behind a tree. I had Isaac and Jacob to my left, the rest of the squad to my right, and all of a sudden, it just gets dead quiet. We were sitting there, just listening. Bum, 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 bum. The brush starts moving left and right. You start seeing silhouettes start peeking out of the brush, and finally, a guy's looking right at me, and I'm looking right at him. I don't think he had night vision on because he couldn't see me, but I could see him, and I held off. And I waited and waited and waited. And then finally, the first shot ran off. I'm shooting him. He's shooting me. We're going back and forth. I'm running back to more tree cover while everyone else is laying down fire. And then I start laying down fire while everyone else starts backing up. More start popping out of the bushes. More grenades get thrown. Blank fire starts getting introduced. Pow, 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 pow. People are like, my ears are ringing because I didn't bring any eye pro, but luckily I had mine. Or ear pro, that's what it was. But luckily I had mine. Pow, 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 pow. And finally, it's a standoff. He's standing right in front of me. I'm standing right in front of him. We start shooting. Boom, he gets go down. Boom, I get hit. We traded. And then I'm just laying on the ground, screaming for my medic. But everyone has bounded back by then, and I'm left there. Isaac, Jacob are also down next to me, and we're just chilling as the Russians take over our position. Hope that was detailed enough for you. You know, that's the best you're gonna get because once again, Stupid me didn't bring a second SD card. There was also a very funny interaction while I'm laying on the ground, just going, ah. It's like the typical, that's your one takeaway from Milsim West. That's what you're going to hear after every fight. But a Russian guy comes up to me and he's looking at me and he just stares deep and he turns on his light a little bit, his little headlamp, and he looks and he goes, multicam, and he just walks away. But yeah, that is how our night ended. After that long trek, Jacob's feet, we were actually looking at him underneath the thermal and his feet were just the same color as the ground. It was actually pretty bad. So Isaac was tired. Jacob's feet were actually starting to freeze and I was chilling. I was chilling like a villain. But I rode with them and I'm a good battle buddy. So despite me being severely disappointed, we ended up leaving after that. But before we leave, I have another reenactment for you. I hope you enjoy the voice acting here. Let me set up the scene. We are turning in our papers so they know that we are leaving and not just lost in the woods when they come looking for us. And as we turn in our papers, we go back to collect our stuff until we hear contact, contact, pow, 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 pow. They ambushed our base right as we had all of our stuff packed up. We hit the deck because we're no, like, you know, we don't want to break the immersion for everybody else. So we're just on the ground as everyone's just boom, 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 boom. Contact left, go left, left, left. I get to hear Blue Jean operator and his amazing leadership. He's saying, yo, shift fire, keep pressing down. Grenades are going off everywhere. Some guy actually uses our foxhole as his cover from the Russian side, and he's just laying down machine gun fire. We're laying on the ground. We decided to just be dead, so we're just going as everything, all hell just breaks loose, and the fight ends with the US actually taking it back. NATO takes it back. We push them back to where they came from, and I'm sitting there with frozen tears coming down my face because once again I have missed another epic fight. That was my experience at Milsim West The Raid. Shout out to Blue Jean operator for bringing this event to North Carolina. Never did I think I would be able to experience a Milsim West this early in my I guess airsoft career, because I didn't think I'd be able to make it all the way out to California. So I will definitely do this again. I will just make sure to prepare my friends better. And I hope this video helps you prepare for whenever you get to attend Milsim West. This is definitely something you want to quote unquote train for or have like a lot of stamina to do, because it is very taxing and demanding on your body. A good takeaway from this is I am in better shape than I thought I was, because I was straight up chilling like a villain the whole time. So shout out to me, I guess. But also shout out to Isaac and Jacob for going to this with me, because I have severe social anxiety and don't think I would have done this by myself. And shout out to the channel members, because they helped pay for my ticket for Milsim West. And if you want to be a part of this list here and join the channel members, please hit that join button in the description. And if you can't do that, please hit the subscribe button. Every subscribe counts and it goes a long way for the channel. Also, a lot of the gear that I shown off are available on Evike. Our channel is an Evike affiliate. That is absolutely awesome. So if you click the affiliate link linked below, it will take you straight to the Evike website, and every purchase you make gives a small proceed to the channel. It doesn't charge you extra or anything. Evike gives us that money, but just clicking that link severely helps support the channel. So please use that link below if you're shopping for any airsoft gear. And yeah, shout out to Evike for allowing us to be an affiliate. And with that, we are going to end this video. Sorry, I didn't have any gameplay for you all, but tune in because we do have other gameplay on the way and some reviews for all of you interested in either digital night vision, thermal night vision, or analog night vision. We're going to be doing a massive comparison of all those products on the channel soon. And we have a night game at Rats coming up, so I'll be able to get some actual nighttime gameplay footage for you all. As always, stay safe, have fun, play airsoft. This is Tactop signing out.